Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a review of the DEC campground, Rollins Pond. So let's roll the intro. Okay everybody, welcome back to the channel. If today is your first time viewing my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to continue to follow my adventures. Today is a review of the Rollins Pond DEC campground. This is my site there. Rollins Pond is right through the trees here, so I'm basically right on the water. Jax and I did a hike earlier today and he is zonked out on his bed. So no better time than to do a review than right now. So Rollins Pond. Rollins Pond is kind of unique because it shares a driveway off of Route 30 with Fish Creek DEC campground. So Fish Creek is actually 1 mile, a little over 1 mile that way. And so coming to this campground, look for Fish Creek campground because they share a driveway. Rollins Pond is right off of Route 30, about 11 miles northwest of Tupper Lake, and probably, I don't know, 10 miles from Paul Smith's or so. So anyways, if you're new to my channel or haven't seen my campground reviews, I do my reviews in 5 different categories. I score from 0 to 10 in those categories for a total of 50 points. I divide the final number by 5, and that gives me the grade for the campground. And those 5 categories are inner roads and sites, facilities, which are your bathrooms and showers, amenities, what does the campground have to offer, staffing, is the staff doing their job, are they courteous, and final price point, is the price you're paying worth coming to this campground. So let's get at it. Rollins Pond coming in, it's a paved road off of Fish Creek. All the way in, there's a paved road all the way through the campground. The paved road is in good condition. There's a couple spots that broke up on the edges and a couple where they have a culvert that is kind of a bump. They use it as a speed bump actually. There are 250 sites here. 80% of them are on the water. And most of them are pretty spacious. I will wheel the camera around here. You can see that I have no neighbor over there, but you can see their picnic table. That is the next site over. And it's about the same on the other side of the camper. It was easy to back into the site with this camper, and it was easy to level. It was only off by 1 inch from tire to tire, which is pretty good. Some sites would be difficult to get into because there is a drop off from the road, and if you have a longer camper, the back of the camper tends to skid across the ground backing in. I didn't have that problem here. It's a decent site and level sites. Again, there were some sites that did not look too level, but manageable. So how did I score inner roads and sites? I gave them a 7 because the roads are pretty good here. Category number 2, facilities, which are your bathrooms and showers. This park has several bathroom facilities throughout the park. They have the toilets were cleaned and they were working. It's your typical DEC bathrooms. The sinks, they did have soap in all of the bathrooms that I went into. No hot water and no way to dry your hands. That's something I wish you could get because you got to kind of do this. The showers, there's a main shower building, which is a pretty big building. There's a lot of showers in there. And the showers were older, but they were clean and they worked well and only had 2 hooks. I hate 2 hooks. Minimum of 4. There was no bench in the shower that I was in, so there was you know, you got to have ways to hang up your towels and your clothes that you're taking off, clothes that you're wearing, because you don't want to put them on the floor because there's a lot of dirt and water on the floor. So I gave facilities a 7.0. On to amenities. So Rollins Pond is kind of the quieter version of the Fish Creek Campground. Fish Creek has a lot of amenities, the beach, the playground, and you can go there once you have your ticket from here. You can go to those facilities because you basically got to drive right through that campground anyways. So back here they have a boat launch, there's hiking trails, there's lots of paddling. Each site has a picnic table with a fire pit. I do believe there's wood offered for sale. There is a volleyball net I saw next to the shower building, but I did not see any type of playground or pavilion or picnic area. But you could go up front to Fish Creek if that's interesting for you. So for amenities, I gave them a 7.0. Staffing. So far, staffing has been very good. They've been courteous. They look like they're doing their job. They're responsive because apparently there's a bathhouse right down here. Something happened earlier today and they were right on it there. I don't know if a pipe broke or a toilet broke, but they were right on it very quickly. They wave as you go by. They've been very good. I do have to question one thing. I see a lot of signs in this park that says that check-in is at 2 o'clock or after, and check out is before 10 a.m. And even on the pamphlet that they have says check-in is at noon or after, and checkout is by 11. And because I see signs here that says 10 a.m. no exceptions. You have to be out. And every DEC campground I've been at, and it says it right in their pamphlet, and it says it on the DEC website, that check-in time is from noon to 9 p.m. and checkout time is by 11. And so on this slip, it even says on the slip here, sites must be vacated no later than 10 a.m. And I don't know where that now they used those times back when there was COVID going on, but either they've got conflicting systems in there, but I'm not going to hold that against the staff. That's not the staff's fault. That's the state's fault for doing that. So I'm giving staff an 8.0, and I bring that up because there are an awful lot of signs here that says you need to be out by 10 a.m., no exceptions. On to price point. I paid $20 a night for this site, and I reserved the site through Reserve America. I'm not a fan of them either. There was a $7.25 fee for reserving them, and I think the fee has been inconsistent so far of what I've seen this year. I don't know if they're going by the number of nights you're staying that the fee increases, but I've seen a variation in the fee. So because of that, I'm giving them a 6.5 because I do believe there's a problem with Reserve America. I did get a banner on my account saying that they updated their systems as of June 1st, but this was going on before then. Because this is my third time out onto a DEC campground, and the fees seem to be going all over the place. So I'm giving them a 6.5 on the price point. That brings the total to 35.5. Divide that by 5, and that gives you a 7.1 as the final grade for Rollins Pond incidentals of the campground. 1 bar for Verizon service. You can send a text and you can talk on the phone, but if you try to load up anything on social media or load social media, it just won't. If you try to send any pictures through text, it won't. Gas and groceries, you got to go to Tupper or Saranac Lake for it. They're over 10 miles away. There is a store out on Route 30 here by Fish Creek Campground, but be prepared to pay a little extra for that store being that close. And I think that's about it. If you come, hopefully you have better weather than I, because it is 52 degrees, overcast, and that will be the high for today. So hopefully if you come, it's great weather for you. So until next time, we'll see you. All right, folks, you watched all the way through. Thanks for that. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventure. And remember, folks, tomorrow is no guarantee for any one of us. So disconnect from that Wi-Fi, connect to this out here. You won't be disappointed.